Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
231 million XRP wired by FTX Binance Qcoin as XRP is trending. What does it all mean? We don't know. We really don't know. I mean, you have to wonder where all of this is going. Pretty crazy. This is Jake Travinsky, XRP.life really here, says he despises Ripple, XRP, and the XRP community. He also pretends to be an industry representative. In reality, he only represents Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is what we've been hammering home here on the channel. Perry and Boring in the Digital Chamber of Commerce, as well as Jake Travinsky and the Blockchain Association, claim to be industry representatives. But in fact, it appears that their silence and absence on the SEC versus Ripple case, which is really the case broadly pointing to making the majority of crypto assets, digital asset securities, you hear nothing from either one of them. It is quite questionable, their silence. But here is some tweets that have been pulled over time. I'm going to show you just one here. And he says, I haven't said anything about XRP in weeks or months. It's absolutely glorious, which is obviously sarcasm here, right? But there is the one I wanted to get to right here it's this one right here. I believe it is. No, that's not it. It's right here. I definitely don't care about XRP. I'm indifferent towards Ripple. That's nice. That's the language and verbiage you want to hear from an industry representative, and that Ripple and XRP are being sued, and the implications of an outcome of that case could make the majority of the market of crypto and digital asset securities. He doesn't care. He's indifferent, right? I just wish their defense strategy was focused on substantive securities laws analysis rather than distractions, he says. Wow, now he's a critic. He's a critic. He's such a good lawyer. He's criticizing the legal team from Ripple about the job they're doing. Oh, and then he goes on to condescend to the people in the thread. I tell you, these industry representatives, I have been calling for it. I'm going to call again. And I really call for a public audit of the Blockchain Association. I am asking Jake Travinsky to call for one as well to show transparency, as well as Perry and Boring from Digital Chamber of Commerce, because I don't believe they represent the whole industry. I believe they represent special interests related to Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the transparency would be very nice to clear all of that up. And I'll make the video if I'm wrong. Right here, Jeff shares this. We see an unraveling. I see the SEC getting ripped apart here. We've seen many people leave the SEC upon dropping the lawsuit, which was really bad optics right there. We know that Jade Clayton and William Hinman have personally benefited in the private world from that decision. No question. That is not up for dispute. Here it sounds like the lawsuit against Ripple is ripping the SEC apart. You're absolutely right, Jeff. For this to be happening only means one thing to me: corruption. Expose the rats. I just hope all involved will be held accountable. You're going to hear this and more evidence after this is over, by the way. Check this out.
Back to the SEC's regulation of digital assets. I want to urge the SEC to consider the proposal I offered by way of a public rulemaking proposal for the SEC to open public comment with respect to digital asset regulation. Doesn't commit the SEC to doing anything, but my digital asset regulation Genesis block proposal would offer the commission the collective wisdom of crypto lawyers, digital asset lawyers who've been working diligently on these issues. We encounter that nuance in our IAC hearing on this. I encounter it in my securities law regulation course. Look, on the one hand, it's ridiculous for the 33 Act to treat miners and node operators as underwriters, or to apply cookie cutter proxy rules to the voting of governance tokens in a DeFi protocol. On the other hand, I think a lot of people in the digital asset and crypto communities would love to see standardized disclosure about tokenomics and about auditing of smart contracts in a particular project. I think the digital asset regulation Genesis block proposal can help the SEC to achieve that and ultimately help digital asset owners like me rather than threaten the value of their interests with over application of the Howey test. And so I hope that my proposal would get sincere consideration. Thank you again. I will miss all of you. I will still heckle the IEC from the sidelines. Just kidding. But I will be here. I will be writing in some comment letters, and I won't be far. So I hope you will all stay close and stay in touch.
Can I just, Chris, Paul and JW, I hope that you're not going to go that far away, and we can only help you a long and healthy life, JW, because your input, even if sometimes we disagree, I've found your input, and I look forward to hearing more, is always informs the debate and is it's thoughtful and so keep coming to us with the issues on competition. By the way,
you know, when I see this, you know, I can't help. I mean, think about the comment that goes along with this video from JW Verrett here, or Verrett. Upon my term ending on the SEC's advisory committee last week, I took the chance to give Gary Gensler, Chair Gensler, some strong words about his abuse of digital assets. And you hear his response, you know, Gary Gensler smiling and smirking as if he doesn't understand what's been said to him, trying to ignore the reality of the strength of the words that JW has just shared to him. I'm almost convinced at this point that Gary Gensler is the kid in the neighborhood that no one liked because of his actions. And they used to all tell him we're going to Johnson's Pond, and then no one would show up but him. How about this for irony? Here's another one that's at Johnson's Pond by himself. It's Robert Jackson. Shout out to Nerd Nation Young Box for this one. This is coming from What's Wrong with Jon Stewart's podcast or show here. And he's looking at what's going on with corporate America and the SEC. And he's almost there, John. You're almost there. But listen to what we're hearing from Robert Jackson now. This is amazing.
Into the one sheriff, but the sheriff changes every day because, like, they keep chasing out the old sheriff, and then there's a new guy in there.
But they didn't chase out the old sheriff, Jon Stewart. Jay Clayton dropped a lawsuit on Ripple and left like a coward so he could gain in the private sector from the decision he made to drop the lawsuit.
The revolving door between corporate America and the SEC, it's self-regulating in a large extent, but they don't have any incentive to control especially not even the front room casino of the stock exchange, which is the most transparent part of it. It's the part that we see, the part that the stock ticker on is the most transparent part of the stock market. And that functions with, as Citadel themselves wrote in a memo, payment for order flow is rife with conflict of interest. It is not an effective way. There's all kinds of non-transparent fund transfers,
Dark pools.
that don't go on. The retail investor has difficulty seeing how much of the market is shorted. With GameStop, they were holding, I think, a short position of 140% of the entirety of the company. So within all those parameters, the sheriff in that town has to come up with another way of approaching things, because it's very clear what they have decided is we're going to neuter the SEC to the point where we're comfortable paying whatever tariff they impose on us to give us the patina of a well-regulated industry. It is not well-regulated.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.